Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Real quick, I'm about to get into the latest episode of Belle Collective. I feel like I've already said what I needed to say about this episode of Belle Collective because they're repeating a lot of the same arguments and conversations that they've already had in past episodes. In my opinion, ain't changed. But anyway, let's get it started. We're still at So Gucci's party, and we're still outside with Letitia yelling at her man on the tugboat. And like I said, his ass would have been left. Oh, I'm cursing already. His behind would have been left on red. I don't even know why she called him or picked up the phone twice. But anyway, Glenn, what is Latrice? Cliff comes out and Tisha turns her wrath to Cliff. Cliff, why you call my husband um causing confusion in my marriage? Control your wife, not me. Now, like I said last week, Cliff really didn't have a problem. I think he was being messy. He was being messy because he had no problem at Latrice looking at it because he ain't sit Latrice down. He ain't cover her eyes. He ain't say, "Oh, babe, we got to go. This too much. You already know." Latrice was enjoying the stripper just as much as everybody else. And as they pointed out, Cliff was getting his look in too. Now, I'm not gonna read into too much of Cliff getting a look. I'm not about to start bashing people's sexuality because they look at a body part of another person's body part and they may have the same. Women go to strip clubs and look at female strippers all the time. We see all the big booty models on Instagram, and that don't mean any of us are feeling any kind of way. I want to do anything with no women. We just can't. Well, number one, we can't help but see it, and number two, women are beautiful. Who cares? So men are beautiful too. Cliff got a look. He probably ain't never seen no 15-inch. I ain't never seen no 15 inches neither, and nor do I really think I want to. But Cliff had me cracking up. He said, "If you gonna get your wife a stripper, you don't get 15, you get a 6, sir." Treese could have seen that 6 at home. What's the point? Anyway, they had me cracking up. Now, why they out there fussing and arguing? The tugboat man done called again and you done answered again. And I'm like, ma'am, you steady trying to shade Latrice for her husband controlling her. But look what Glenn is doing to you all the way in the middle of the ocean. The phone get to ringing, you get to running. But like I said, I've already talked about all this. Now, the best part of the episode is when Latrice and Marie are out there grabbing booties. Who got the biggest booty? Who got the store-bought booty? Marie. It is 2023. Every other person that can afford a BBL has a BBL. It's not a taboo thing. Your whole face look different because so you really gonna act like not no I said you ain't even really need no BBL because I don't recall you having a flat ass, but your ass was not as plump as it is, and it definitely doesn't match your thighs anymore. And that's what happens when y'all want to run out and look at all the strippers and the Instagram models and compare yourself and not have no self-esteem or any kind of be like, I'm still a bad bitch. I don't care what that stripper got. I don't care what that Instagram model got. I'm still a bad bitch on my own. That you went out there and got that BBL Marie on it. I personally don't even think it looked bad. I personally thought you looked good twerking up against the stripper, but everybody on YouTube have a difference of opinion. But I just thought it was cute. I'm like, okay, the liquor got the ladies acting right, the stripper got the ladies something in common for them to laugh and talk about and not fuss and fight and argue with each other. I appreciated seeing all the Bells get along. It's very clear to me this episode and also in past episodes, the beef between Marie and Latrice is very one-sided. Like, I really don't think Latrice cares. I think Latrice could be cool with Marie, could party with Marie, get along with Marie. Marie can't get over whatever it is that Latrice did to her. And I don't really feel like Latrice did anything to Marie. Maybe I'm just one of those that's falling, and it's so hard because they both my faves on the show. Like, I really like Marie, I really like Latrice. I wish they would get along. But from what I see, Latrice doesn't look pressed by anything anybody has to say about her on this show. She be up there smirking and laughing like, okay, we about to argue, fuss, and fight. Okay, let's do it. Let's make a scene. But the other people really be mad. And I think that's why they really be mad at Latrice, because that would piss me off too. If I'm really mad and I'm arguing and you over there smirking and just making TV, that's going to piss me off. So maybe that's the beef. I don't know. But I feel like get more like Latrice. Just make some TV and move on, because none of this is really that deep. Now who happened next? They went to play tennis. Cute. I really don't care. What they talk about at the tennis match. Oh, more of Tisha being mad that Cliff clogged in. We've already discussed this. Let your tugboat man be mad in the middle of the ocean. Move on. Too much Akeisha, too much Ferris Street. I promise I hit fast forward. I heard a little bit about Akeisha. Her husband was back and he made her that big ass plate of food, and then talking about he on a diet, but the whole time he digging into her plate of food. I was like, sir, if you don't go over there and make you a plate, but them crab claws look good. Look, I always have a little bit of a side story because it ain't too much ain't really happened. My favorite restaurant in college was Igor's. It was a bar. It was a bar, and sometimes they would have live music in there. If you know me, I'm a live music girl. Anytime somebody playing live music and singing, I'm there. But Igor's used to have baskets of fried crab claws, and I would tear them up. Them fried crab claws that Akeisha had looked so good. It's so hard to find them because a lot of people don't sell crab claws as it is, and then sometimes if they do, they want to saute them. Now I'm gonna eat the sauteed ones too, but the fried crab claws, and they're so expensive. So I just got a little bit of throwback. I'm like, oh, I miss Igor's because they used to sell them out by the basket, and we would just have baskets of them with drinks. We have a good time up in Igor's. But anyway, moving on. So they was talking something about a holiday party. I don't care. I really hit fast forward when she started talking about Ferris Street. So moving on, we can go ahead. I can already tell you when her sisters or cousins came over. Fast forward. I don't care nothing about Ferris Street. Now I did learn somewhere that the beef between Tisha and Akeisha isn't about the dirty plates that I thought it was, because I don't understand why all these ladies have beef anyway. It's about, somebody said Tisha upset with Akeisha because she stole the Ferris Street idea from her. When truth be told, ain't none of y'all build a brick yet on Ferris Street, and it's been 3 seasons. I don't care about Ferris Street. Like, I understand the history of your community, especially the Black community. Because even though I'm from a small town, Kankakee, Illinois, if you heard of it, shout it out in the chat. And I remember growing up, it wasn't an all Black thing in Kankakee, but I remember it used to be vibrant as a small town. And I remember downtown used to have all the stores, and we would park and walk. It wasn't but a couple of blocks, but we would park, walk up and down downtown, go to shoe stores, dress stores. They would have, and then just from the time like of elementary through high school, Kankakee kind of all the businesses pulled out, and downtown became a ghost town, like just empty buildings. And they built the mall out in Bradley, and everybody drove out. Bradley wasn't 10 minutes away, but everybody drive out to Bradley to the mall. So downtown Kankakee kind of became a ghost town. But now, that I'm in my 40s, it's kind of revitalized. When I go home, they've put little breakfast shops and bars, and the main library of the city is downtown. They have music festivals, and it does make me feel good, even though it's not a Black owned thing. So I understand it's not the same. It does make me feel good when I drive through my city as an adult, that it's no longer a ghost town and people are actually doing things, and Kankakee is popping again. So I understand why you all want Ferris Street up and going again. I understand growing up and it's being a vibrant place, and then it turns into a ghost town and you want to see it vibrant again. So I understand the mindset. I'm never going to shoot you ladies down for it, but it's not an interesting storyline, and I just don't care. Like, once you got the building up, throw the party, do that. I can't wait to see that. But it's like, y'all, Angie, don't be shady. They want to see the same thing. I just don't care, and I hit fast forward. But anyway, let's get to the end of this. Tambra and Tisha meet up at the park, and Tisha is apologizing. Now, y'all have been shading Tisha on Twitter because I looked at Twitter before I watched the episode because I just watched the episode this morning. Y'all have been shading Tisha, talking about Tisha toothpaste, Tisha a snake, Tamra don't trust her. Look, I believe Tisha, and I would give Tisha. I don't think Tisha is a mean-hearted person. I think her friend Marie is. I don't think Marie is sorry, and I think Marie finds joy in having people squirm because, like I said, Marie, you got too much going on in your own life. But anyway, some people are just like that. But I think Tisha was just following up behind Marie. This boy say Tambra lying, and they're also on the show. They want to have some drama for the show. Let's go listen to what he say and throw it in Tambra's face. They didn't know the back history of the law and the court, and that's why you shouldn't do it. Because I'm telling you, Tisha, I don't really see it for you and your husband like you don't see it for everybody else and their husband, but let people live in a marriage. But 10 years from now, if somebody get to talking to Glenn and you done left his ass, you wouldn't feel good if somebody come in your face 10 years from now throwing some stuff Glenn said about you. So, and Marie, I know whatever the stories your ex-husband got to say, you wouldn't appreciate it if we went to go meet up with your ex-husband to hear all the bullshit y'all went through, and then we come throw it back in your face. So, ladies, stop. If like I said, if we just repeating reviews, because ain't nobody had no new conversation. Now maybe Aikisha was a new conversation, and girl, I'm sorry I hit fast forward, but really nobody had a new conversation. But anyway, I do think once Tisha saw how serious it was and how upset Tambra was, Tisha is sorry, and I'm not mad at Tambra for accepting an apology. Just keep your eyes open. None of y'all are really friends. None of y'all are really Bells. Y'all just on the Carlos King show, and y'all know Carlos. He messy. But I don't care. I don't care if Tambra is faking and fronting it with Greedy. Let her fake and front. Let her live. Half of y'all faking and fronting. You faking and fronting with your tugboat man. Like, let me tell you something, Tisha. You want to be so self-righteous. Glenn don't run me. Glenn don't do this. But Glenn is over here embarrassing you, cheating on you, making your husband take paternity tests on reunion shows. That's the most. I ain't never seen nothing as embarrassing. And you steady sticking beside him. But you want everybody else to be like, oh, but your husband run you. I ain't none. Girl, until you get your own shit together, don't say nothing about nobody else. Because I'm looking at you like, girl, you look a fool. I'm not standing beside no man that I got to sit beside and be like, I knew it wasn't his baby. But you knew he was fucking somebody raw. You knew that. So what if it wasn't his baby? He had his penis somewhere raw outside of the marriage. So, ma'am, what is it? I'm telling them, it couldn't have been me, because I would have been dragged Letitia, both of them really. But anyway, moving on. I don't care nothing about that. That dog was cute. Little puppy, Jagger, cute puppy. The husband, I feel like the husbands are kind of running the show. JJ and not Gucci, but Keisha husband met up. What's your husband name, ma'am? I don't forgot. Because he don't be on the show a lot. But I like him. I like Aikisha's husband. He seems level-headed. He met up with JJ. They playing pool. JJ telling us he calls some balls big balls, little balls. Look, as much as I don't see it for how Gucci and JJ are trashing Selena this season, I still like JJ. Like, he is just entertaining. He makes me laugh. When was it JJ told Keisha husband, Glenn want to be a rapper to get his wife back. And he was like, we got enough rappers. The rapper capacity is full. Tell Glenn to hang it up, especially at 40, sir. If you ain't broke in by 35, just go ahead and sit down and maybe make some beats, maybe do some engineering, but you're not going to be a rapper. and it's trash. And I feel like JJ really wanted to say it was trash because we've heard it. You gave us a sample. We ain't like it. Stop wasting your wife money or your tugboat money, whoever money it is. Stop wasting it and sit down. But anyway, that's really all that happened. That's all I really care about. I'm not going to make this too long because I do have to join Kamisha in a few minutes for Love and Marriage Detroit. So thank you all for sticking around on the pre-recordings. Next week will probably be the same because I still will have the little ones with me and I got to just get it in how I can fit it in. So like, comment, share. Let me know what you thought about this week's episode in the comments. I will read them and, comment back, all that good stuff. Please subscribe to the channel. We're getting ready to get some new shows finally coming back. Big Brother, all the good stuff that we really love. And then, the reality shows still hitting too. So I can't wait for Potomac. I can't wait for Potomac to come back. So go ahead and hit subscribe so we can have a good time over here on Kiss My Cheeks TV. And I will see you all later. Have a good one. Bye. What Noah doing?
Still sleeping.
He gonna miss the pool party.
I think he's scared.